No problem can kill you. Every problem exists to help you grow. As long as your heart doesn't break, you will never be broken. This is my monologue. The problem of poor people. They dislike being poor, but they also dislike the many problems that come with being rich. This is a cowardly excuse. Wealth is not created by money, but by attitude. There is something you will inevitably encounter in life: problems. We face countless big and small problems. What keeps us grounded in these moments is our mentality. Is this too obvious? But what does true mentality mean? It's not about just shouting, "I can do it," in your mind. People with a truly strong mentality aren't those who brainwash themselves into thinking that they will win. They are the ones who actually win. We make choices every moment. Sometimes we make choices we regret, and sometimes we make completely wrong choices. We can fall into self-blame, thinking we could have made better choices. If self-blame deepens, it turns into fear. It makes us hesitant to try anything because we can't believe in ourselves. But remember, there is no perfect choice and no completely wrong choice in this world. Unless you have the ability to see the future, your choices can never be perfect. What's important is not the perfection of the choice, but the courage to take responsibility for it. The only standard for making a choice is this: can I take responsibility for this choice? If your answer is yes, then it's the best decision you can make. Responsibility is not a negative thing. Responsibility is a real challenge. The moment you accept responsibility, your choice gains weight. Responsibility helps you grow one step further. When we say break through your limits, it doesn't mean making reckless challenges. What it truly means is taking on greater responsibilities. Why did I fail in business in my 20s? I think I finally know the answer. It was because I took failure too casually. I thought, I'm still young and I can learn from experience. Even if I failed, I could come up with excuses. I thought it was okay to fail because I didn't start with a large capital. I thought that even if I failed, it wasn't my responsibility. And I was completely wrong. I betrayed the people who believed in me. I wasn't prepared to take responsibility for those who invested in me. I believed that everyone around me would comfort me if I fell. It's okay, you're still young. Just try again. It was a cowardly excuse. My thinking was an illusion of pursuing freedom without responsibility. I didn't want to feel fear, so I avoided taking responsibility. Now it's different. I'm scared. I'm afraid I might not succeed. But now I'm much more confident than before. I'm scared, but I have confidence. I'm ready to take responsibility for the choices I've made. Do not avoid responsibility. Instead, choose the maximum responsibility you can handle. The world will never ignore a person with strong responsibility. When you take responsibility, your life becomes yours. Do not worry about things you cannot change. You cannot change the past, but you can learn from it. Why did I make such a foolish decision back then? Worrying about things you can't change is a huge waste of energy. But if you think, What did I learn from the past? It gives you hope. This shift in thinking is the key to success. What we need to do is simple. Learn from terrible experiences. To do that, we must have terrible experiences. I have 2 days in my life without worry. One is yesterday, and the other is tomorrow. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow hasn't come yet. Today is not the time to worry. A woman in her 70s succeeded in walking 2,000 kilometers from New York to Miami. It was a miracle. Many people asked her, "How were you able to do such an incredible thing?" She said, "I just took one more step." The method to achieve goals is simple, and this is the only secret to success. Take one more step and never stop. If you start small and don't stop, you can achieve all your goals. Anyone will be overwhelmed if they think about the next 5 or 10 years and set huge goals. How many people are overwhelmed by the vastness of their goals and don't even start? Do you want to earn $1 million? Earn $2,700 a day. You can earn $1 million in 1 year. Now, set a goal to earn $2,700 a day and take action every day. Do you want to earn $1 million in 3 years? Earn $1,000 a day. Set the smallest plan possible and execute with consistency. What matters is how you spend today. Fear arises when you don't try. But if you don't try, the fear will never go away. People with great execution skills aren't those who do things quickly. They are the ones who consistently finish what they set out to do every day. Successful people don't accomplish their goals through genius intelligence. They focus on today's tasks. Remember, the person who goes the furthest is not the fastest, but the one who doesn't stop. We may not be Usain Bolt, but we can all be the grandma who walked 2,000 kilometers from New York to Miami. What we need is not superpowers, but the discipline to take one more step. Do not worry about failing. If you don't stop, you will naturally get back up. Don't get anxious just because someone is running ahead. The finish line is 2,000 kilometers away. It doesn't matter who is ahead of you at the 100-kilometer mark. Success is not the destination, it's the journey. Never stop taking one more step is success. Use fear. Fear only exists when you don't try. Do you feel fear? Then try it right now. If you keep hesitating and pondering, that fear will only grow. Fear fears action. Whenever a crisis arises, prophecies of collapse appear. When time passes and we look back on those prophecies, they are just laughable comedies. But during the moments of the crisis, they receive all the attention. They spread to many people and create an environment where it feels like the world is about to collapse. Only listen to successful people. In times of crisis, it's always the failures who speak the loudest. They say, "See, I was right, you will fail too. That's impossible." But over time, their prophecies turn out to be false. The truly successful people only speak to those who ask for advice. Failures laugh at your big dreams. They are afraid you might succeed because it will prove that you are better than them. Failures don't want anyone to be better than them. Successful people don't disregard people with dreams, no matter how ridiculous those dreams might seem, because they used to dream the same way. Your time is too precious to waste talking to failures. Their negativity feeds on your fear. They gain energy from seeing your anxiety. What you need is the voice of successful people. They experienced fear and know how to handle it. Only listen to the stories of successful people. Successful people have clear routines. Their routines don't change no matter what situation they are in. Even if they drank too much the night before, suffer a big loss on investment, or didn't land a major project, their day always flows in the same way. They exercise, meditate, and immediately work toward their goals. They eat at scheduled times and sleep at scheduled times. Failed people have no routine. They use excuses like drinking too much the night before to do nothing the next day and just sleep. They sleep in on weekends and wake up late. Successful people are predictable. It's easy to imagine where, when, and what they are doing because their routine is always the same. Such people are reliable. On the other hand, people with extraordinary talent but unpredictable behavior are unstable. Routine is a system that has been ingrained as a habit. Systems are more powerful than any talent. Sometimes in life, there may be a heavy rain or a hurricane. If you panic every time, your success will not survive. Life is an infinite loop of successes and failures. The ones who achieve ultimate success are the ones with a routine. We cannot lose a game while we're still playing it. Failure is just progress. Successful people always sleep and wake up at the same time. They consistently repeat that habit. Create good habits. Stop eating stimulating junk food. Only eat healthy food. Do you want to be rich? Take on more responsibility. Being rich means taking responsibility for bigger problems that money can't solve. Those problems are bigger and more complicated. Being rich doesn't mean that responsibility goes away. But isn't that so cool? Most people spend their lives focusing on problems that money can solve. Isn't it so intriguing to imagine a life where money can't solve everything? We need to be wise and rich. Money is not the ultimate goal of life. Money is the starting line of life. Life is not a sprint. It's meaningless to be the first to cross the starting line. Without experience and knowledge, you won't even cross the finish line. Think like a rich and act like a rich. How can you do that without money? A wise person without money is better than a foolish person with money. Focus on becoming a wise person, and you will realize how easy it is to make money. Never settle for less. Don't get satisfied with dissatisfaction. A mediocre life is dangerous. A mediocre life will only drag you lower. Whatever you want, a mediocre life will make you compromise with results that are worse than your expectations. Your goal is to live a self-directed life, not just a slightly better life than others. Living a mediocre life means you're aiming for no growth. Wealth is created by attitude, not by money. Those who make money by avoiding problems will not be able to keep their wealth for long. True wealth comes from overcoming difficulties. Problems don't disappear by avoiding them. By solving one problem after another, you can create a version of yourself that is increasingly more advanced. The opposite of being rich is not being poor. It's being a quitter. If a problem arises, face it head on. If you put in enough effort, there is no problem in the world that can't be solved. Don't waste time indulging in self-pity. Don't make yourself a powerless victim. Don't describe your life as a tragic movie seeking sympathy. Your life can only be defined by you. Life doesn't punish you, it only teaches you. Everything in life happens for a reason. No problem can kill you. Every problem exists to help you grow. As long as your heart doesn't break, you will never be broken. Thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe and like for more contents like this.